players. That ends for the next 90 minutes now. Here's the lineup selected by Simeone. Oblak in goal, Arias, Godin, Jimenez, Lucas at the back, Thomas and Sowell in the engine room, Correa and Lemar the wide players. In the middle, up front, Griezmann and Alvaro Morata on the bench. Adan, Felipe Luis, Juanfran, Rodrigo, Vitolo, Kalinic and the youngster Moy.
Won European trophies, the World Cup, and effectively the atmosphere is just beautiful for the spectators.
Lining up for Real Madrid, Courtois in goal, Carvajal, Varane, Ramos, Reguilon at the back, Casemiro, Modric and Kroos in midfield, Lucas, Vinicius and Benzema up front. On the bench, Navas, Nacho, Mariano, Bale, Marcelo, Asensio, Dani Ceballos, again massive 84. He's got Griezmann to his left, the ball a bit played behind the Frenchman, waiting for support now. Griezmann finds Thomas Partey, gets into the box. First chance of the game, Thomas Partey, and Graham, it all stemmed from Vinicius Junior's error there.
He made a mistake, he misjudged the pass, Kroos wasn't ready for it. Look at him chasing back. There was an instant when he comes back into picture here when I thought he was going to make a foul. He knew he'd done wrong. The Ghanaian, if he'd been on his right foot, you can guarantee that would have been on target. It's very much to Madrid's good.
The repetition there showing quite clearly there was no question of offside. Kroos with another opportunity, swings it in, Ramos in the mix, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Casemiro with the goal. He crops up once again with an absolutely crucial goal. 15 minutes on the clock. The Real Madrid fans up in the gods, going wild as well they might. Carlos Casemiro makes it 1-0 for Real Madrid.
We were saying how Athletico Madrid is really struggling defending these crosses, and here is again second corner they took, a challenge there, and Casemiro getting caught, being left on his own. It's a great finish.
Simon, just to pick up on Gaisca's point there, look at that, we've seen it again. 3 Atleti players surrounding Sergio Ramos, and he wins it, just like last week when they lost at Betis, when they lost 3 consecutive jumps and then lost the cross that gave the penalty. But I want to draw it back. I want to draw it back to Dani Carvajal refusing to let a loose ball be won by Lemar from that a series of corners, and 1-0.
Well, quite astonishing seeing the numbers. Ramos didn't quite get there. Looks at the referee. Referee waves play on. Vinicius. Oh, it's a good idea. Lovely ball in. And in the end, Lucas Vázquez got on the end of the cross. Superb curling ball with the outside of the right foot. Surprising, I think, the Atletico defence. Lucas wasn't far away from creating much more danger there for the home team.
Nice first-time ball from Casemiro. When Ramos' challenge leaves the ball loose, Casemiro walks straight onto it and knows that he must feed Vinicius.
Casemiro, they're enjoying themselves out there, the players in the white shirts. Vinicius, the first touch was heavy. He's dispossessed by Correa. Through the middle to Griezmann. Griezmann onside. Griezmann! 1-1. Antoine Griezmann. It's offside. The flag is up for offside. The referee will have to be speaking to VAR. And it's Mr. Martinez Munuera in the VAR operation room who'll be looking over this one. Graham.
I tell you who's praying very hard that it is offside. Vinicius. Robbed unnecessarily. His control was heavy. It isn't a foul on him. You have a view, guys. Do you think this is a goal?
I mean, it's definitely not a foul there. Both, I think Vinicius' first touch is quite heavy, and it goes on. Correa very good getting that ball off. And then it's Griezmann, which is in a great position, which...
that replay doesn't help us.
That's going to be even difficult for the VAR to have a look at that.
Well, I'll tell you what, onside or offside, fair or unfair, given or not given, it's a superb finish from Antoine Griezmann. Well, it's Celebratus Interruptus once again. The Wanda Metropolitano absolutely desperate to celebrate this one. Taking his time, Estrada Fernandez, as he listens to the advice of his colleagues in Las Rozas.
I think it was Ramos there that if anyone was playing...
if it's on,
yeah.
All eyes on the referee.
Tension is increasing.
if this is given, the roar second time around will be louder still.
I think either way, if he's given or not, it's going to be the roar. It's going to be like...
Fair point.
He's absolutely surrounded by players, mainly Real Madrid players. There's a couple of Athletico want in, and the goal is given, and now the Wanda Metropolitano can celebrate.
Chapeau, Griezmann, as you pointed out, to not think about whether there was a flag or not, to keep a cold head. He's had a mixed start to this game against somebody he's played against in training. He knows how dangerous Courtois can be one-on-one. Beautiful timing.
Oh yes, inside, Correa. Casemiro with a firm challenge. He was so well aware of the threat there. Toni Kroos is Vinicius Jr. Gets away from Jimenez. Still Vinicius. Goes down in the area. And the referee points to the spot. Vinicius celebrating it. Well.
Simon, can I take you back to the left-back position 15 seconds ago? The reason that Arias can't get the ball into the middle is that of the three players blocking him, Vinicius, the youngster, who's had an error-strewn day, is back there working his backside off, making it possible for the intervention, the rob, and then break up the pitch. He's doing things, and here we see the foul, he's doing things that we know he can do. Whether VAR wants to ask if that's inside or outside.
Guys, what's your opinion? It looks outside, yeah?
Looking at it now, again, with this, the replay, it looks like it's just outside when the contact is made. I think it's Arias.
I simply want to say that whether this is eventually confirmed as a spot kick or not, the things that I love about this player is that his work ethic, not only for a Brazilian at 18, but a winger, builds the move, allows that move by Madrid to take place up the left-hand side and bring us what will either be a dangerous free kick or a penalty.
Bruno Bergarecci, we saw Simeone's immediate reaction was to go to the linesman and remind him that VAR exists.
Yeah, he sprinted over straight away just to try and claim anything he could there, try and get any possibility of the referee overthrowing that decision to give a penalty kick. And as we can see from the replay, it is quite a grey area. It's not very easy to see whether the final contact is inside or outside the box, and that's what Simeone and the whole of the Wanda Metropolitano is clinging on to now to see if that penalty is given or not.
Well, it has been given, Bruno. The referee, Estrada Fernandez, confirms it, points to the spot, and it's going to be Sergio Ramos against Jan Oblak.
Yes, wonder if Ramos is going to chip it again. But the penalty actually was a ball that Correa lost there, and Cholo Simeone were absolutely mad.
It's Sergio Ramos against Jan Oblak.
Power, not Panenka, Simon. Power, not Panenka.
Everybody asking the question, is he going to chip it? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. He hits it low into the left-hand corner. A stop, a pause, a run, beats Jan Oblak, and it takes a lot of nerve to stand up, to step up under that kind of pressure, Graham.
40 derbies for that man. 40 derbies, 20 wins, 11 draws. His record against Atleti says he's almost their #1 thorn in their side. I just go back to the fact that whether we agree or not, inside, outside, we've seen a replay there. He takes a look, Oblak doesn't move. That's the reason it's not lofted. That's the reason he goes for power. It's perfectly well taken. It's going to touch the inside panel before it touches the back of the net. Here he is on the ball again. Captain makes it 2-1 with the halftime whistle beckoning.
Well, I'll tell you what, no question about the quality of the execution from the penalty spot. My question is that really a clear-cut penalty, Geiska?
I don't...
Jimenez. Looking for Lucas. Just nods it down. Correa leaves it. Morata. Griezmann. Just wide. Well, it seemed to build up in slow motion almost, that attack. But when it fell to Griezmann on the edge of the box, you felt he was going to put the pressure on Thibaut Courtois. Not too far off target, that one.
I wonder whether Cholo Simeone looks as this is glass half full or half empty. His strikers have combined twice without the ball being on.
Atletico really struggling. Whenever they get the ball at their feet, they're looking short of ideas. That one floated forward to Morata. Lovely control from Morata! The flag's up for offside. What an astonishing finish. I don't think it's going to count. but that control comes out of the book of classic control.
When you've got the European midfielder of the year with his mouth wide open in admiration, go to Gaiska.
Oh, some unbelievable, nice touch. Also, not only the quality, the way the ball is coming so high up, and it's in the run, and he knows where the goalkeeper is. Fantastic first touch, and quickly over the Courtois.
The sad thing is he's off. VAR will show that he's off. And what I like about this is we know, and we've known since he was a European champion under 21 level, coached by Lopetegui with Carvajal and Lucas. This is a man of gigantic quality. He's had both physical and, by his own admission, psychological problems to overcome. He's going to be brutally disappointed when VAR says that's offside, as I think it will. But he'll take some encouragement from that.
Well, he should, and so should Simeone and Atletico, and indeed the VAR confirms the linesman's decision for offside. It's very tight indeed. But the finish, irrespective of whether it stands or not, and it doesn't.
Eager to get on, so that could be the next substitution.
Thomas Partey with a free kick, curling it into the edge of the box. Ramos found it. It's going to fall nicely. What a save from Thibaut Courtois. Tremendous effort from Jimenez. Boy, did he strike that. And look at the response from the Belgian shot stopper. Did well. Partey gives it away. Gareth Bale. There's time to have a good look around there, the Welshman. Didn't quite fall for him, but it did fall for Reguilon. Here's Benzema. And look at Modric. There's danger here. Lovely ball for Bale. Gareth Bale! 3-1 to Real Madrid. The Welshman strikes again. It's absolutely astonishing how often he does this. Casemiro, meanwhile, goes across to have words with Santiago Solari, but it's Gareth Bale barely off the pitch, barely off the bench once again. It's not his first touch, but he makes absolutely no mistake, and he makes it so hard for Solari to justify leaving him out, Graham, because he's got the finish time and time again.
I back your kudos to the coach. He called it. I was about to say, I admit, since he came on with Vinicius off, it hasn't helped Real Madrid, and this is why now it has. The partnership is instinctive because he and Modric is perhaps his only real close friend in the pitch, and they've combined. From the moment Bale arrived at Real Madrid, they've intuitively understood each other. Modric's pass is perfectly weighted, perfectly timed.
Intercepted by Carvajal, aided by Lucas. It's Modric who finds Carvajal again. Little back healer from Benzema. And the challenge on Toni Kroos by Thomas Partey, worthy of another yellow card.
This is the second one, and it's a red card. So there were so many to actually not see someone going earlier. And again, the amount of balls that Athletico Madrid